Hey guys, I'm Jacka.
And I'm Marcella.
And today we are here to tell you our 15 completed show recommendations.
Yeah, so these are shows that have already left.
These are not on the air anymore.
Nope. But we made a list of 15. There's probably some that we were forgetting, and we're probably going to kick ourselves after we realize that we forgot to include it.
Yes.
But yeah, these are just 15 that we randomly just picked and that we really loved. So we thought we'd share it with you guys.
Yeah. These are in no particular order, by the way. These are just
these are just in random order. It's not in order of anything special.
First one that we want to recommend to you is Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf is complete.
I can't even believe that we can put that in this video.
It's complete.
It's an amazing show. It's an incredible show.
They're great characters.
The characters are wonderful. The characters are really what you
Styles is our favorite. You will fall in love with Dylan
Styles
O'Brien.
and Lydia. And Scott obviously is wonderful. Scott and Styles, their dynamic is so perfect on the show.
If you don't know what Teen Wolf is about, it's about a boy and his friend, and they go find a dead body in the woods, and he gets bit by a werewolf, and it's his story in high school. It sounds pretty lame, but it's not, I promise.
But it's wonderful. Honestly, the characters are like, just make the show. The plot is always a little bit iffy. It's kind of a little bit hard to follow. It deals with a lot of mythology in that way. But yeah, the characters are incredible, and it's a really good time.
Great show, and I'm so happy that all of you guys can go and just watch it all in its entirety. Have fun with that.
We do have reactions to season 6 of Teen Wolf. However, unfortunately, some of them did get blocked. Our latest ones, I think 16 to 20 did get blocked.
But for now, on our Facebook page, you could see our finale for season 6, our series finale.
Yeah. And the next show we want to recommend is Vampire Diaries. Now, this is one that we actually get recommended a lot. We've watched all of Vampire Diaries, and it is a wonderful show. It has great characters. It has great... The plot is actually really good, too. I think my favorite season... My favorite season is probably... I like 1. 1 is a really... 1 that's like a classic. Yeah. I like 3 and 4 a lot, too. Like, those are good, too. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great show. It has its ups and downs, of course, like every other TV show, I feel like, recently. You'll go through an emotional roller coaster with it. Absolutely. It's a lot of feelings, but it's a great show. The characters are really great. It's definitely worth a watch. There's a really good ship in it. There's quite a few really good ships in it. There's a lot of ships in Vampire Diaries. Yeah, so yeah, we highly recommend binging Vampire Diaries. Definitely. Great show. We need to watch the originals. We know that. We're gonna get through to the originals eventually. That is on our list of shows. Especially with recent casting news that we've heard. Caroline. We're very excited about that, so we will be watching that for sure. So we gotta go catch up eventually on the originals. That's our mission event to get there. Going off of the vampires, we are going to recommend Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If you've never seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer, what are you doing? Why have you not seen it? Oh my gosh, guys, this is one of like my all-time favorite TV shows. It's just fantastic from start to finish. It's just it's so great. It's amazing. And if you don't know what it's about a vampire slayer named Buffy, and she's really witty. Yeah, she's really funny. She's really strong. It's a great group of, it's a great cast, and oh my god, Buffy brings back so many memories. It goes through her dealing with high school, then dealing with being a vampire slayer. Yeah. And there's an amazing ship on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Ship. Oh. You guys have to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like, you need to. The next show we want to recommend is Bates Motel. This is a wild show, guys. You have to check this out. We were so addicted to Bates Motel. So basically, Bates Motel follows Norman Bates, and he's really creepy. He's played by Freddie Highmore, who does a phenomenal job. Amazing acting. And so basically what happens is him and his mother move to a new town, and they open up a hotel. And the hotel is very creepy looking, first of all. Yeah. But it's called Bates Motel, and a lot of stuff happens, and it's kind of like psychological in the show. Yeah, it's definitely like a thriller. It's definitely a psychological We don't want to tell you too much, because like I don't want to give anything away, because it could potentially spoil you. So I would just go into it, honestly. Just watch it. Just watch the first episode, and you're gonna get hooked, because we were really hooked on the show. Yeah, there's a good ship in it too, as in the later seasons. So yeah, you're in for a crazy ride with Bates Motel, so definitely go check that out. Yeah. The next show we want to talk about is Orphan Black. This is another like
psychological thriller in that way, but not really. It's a thriller, but
not so much psychological. It's more like scientific.
Yeah.
I think.
Our lead actress is so great because she plays all these different characters because it's about cloning. And she just does such a great job, and that is another awesome show to watch.
Her acting is incredible on that show.
Seriously, like, maybe like if you're not interested really in the sci-fi element, just watch it for her acting, because she plays different characters and they're so different from each other that you forget that actress is still that character.
You forget that it's the same person playing all these different characters, and there's obviously other characters in the show, but a good majority of the cast is the same actress playing these characters, which is it's mind-blowing, honestly.
Yeah, it's a great performance. Definitely check that one out.
The next show we want to recommend is Smallville.
Yes.
If you have not seen Smallville, Smallville is Clark Kent's story, and yeah, he's in high school, and it's just Superman before he was Superman. So
yeah, it's his journey to becoming Superman.
Yeah, and it's really cool. I think he starts out as a freshman in high school, and it's with him and then all of his friends, and he has the girl that he likes, and it's amazing, honestly.
Eventually, Lois Lane comes in, and it's 10 seasons, so you really get to see his journey. And then the Daily Planet comes in, and it's just such a great show.
You get Green Arrow. He's in it too.
Green Arrow. Yeah, it's just Black Canary, I think, is in it at some point. Aquaman, like a lot of like iconic characters are in it.
If you love The Flash, you'll definitely love Smallville. Especially the first season of Smallville really reminds me of the first season of The Flash in the way that it's like the meteor freaks. And so yeah, you'll definitely, if you're into all the superhero shows, you have to see that. You have to watch Smallville.
Yeah, really. I think we love all superhero shows that are on right now, but out of the superhero shows that I've watched, like, I feel like Smallville is like
a classic.
It's a classic one to watch. Yeah, you gotta check it out. The next show that we want to talk to you guys about is Lost. This is another classic TV show.
I feel like a lot of people have seen Lost.
Yeah, a lot of people. It's such a popular show. I feel like that it's, honestly, if you haven't checked it out, I'm surprised, because it's very well known.
But if you haven't, you should definitely
watch it for sure. It's so good. And especially the earlier seasons are some of the best. But basically it's about, there's a plane and it crashes on an island, and it's just them lost on an island, and then of course eventually you find out that they're not alone on the island. It's really, really well written, and
it's one of those shows too, Lost, that you have to like really pay attention to, because a lot of things are very important in the episodes and they'll come back in other episodes. So in that sense, it's very like you think a lot. Like it makes you it's one of those shows that make you think.
My favorite character on there is Sawyer. Love Sawyer. And Hurley too. Yeah,
I like Sawyer. I like Jack though too.
Jack's great. Yeah, Jack's great. I like Hurley, and I like Locke. It's a great cast. It really is.
Yeah, it is. Actually, Locke is probably the most interesting character on there.
So interesting, especially like in the beginning when you don't know much about him. It's so good. And yeah, so it's fun that way. You can kind of like put puzzle pieces together. Henry Cusack, who plays Kane on The 100, he is in Lost. So
yes, he plays Desmond.
Yeah, he's Desmond.
And he's a really cool character.
Yeah, definitely watch Lost if you haven't seen it.
And now the next show we want to recommend is One Tree Hill. This is one of our all-time favorite shows, One Tree Hill. Basically, it is about these two brothers and their half-brothers. And it's kind of like their journey to becoming friends. Because, they don't really get along at first. And you have Lucas, who is kind of like the quiet one. Yeah. You have Nathan, who's the captain of the basketball team. And then eventually Lucas wants to join the basketball team. And yeah, it's about this group of friends who they all eventually like come together and
nail it.
It's honestly, it is so, like, One Tree Hill has such...
Lucas and Peyton.
I think the writing is the best part of the show, too. Like, obviously the characters, but there's so many good quotes that come from One Tree Hill.
Yeah, Mark Schwann is just a great writer. Yeah. He really is.
My favorite character is Brooke.
Oh, Brooke.
Brooke is definitely just one of the best characters.
I love Haley and Nathan.
Well, that's the best
Nathan and Haley. Yeah. The ships are so great on that show.
The ships are really, really well written.
Oh my gosh. There's 9 seasons, so you get to see them in high school for the first 4 seasons, and then it skips actually 4 years, and season 5 starts off on like you get to see them as adults and how much has changed in their lives and stuff, and the friendships and the love and the the respect. Oh,
if you're looking for a show like that, like a high school type show with like a group of friends, the best one. It's honestly the best one.
It really
like you can't even compare it to any other show that's like that.
Yeah, it's so great. Speaking about other high school TV shows, Gossip Girl is another great one. My favorite character is Chuck Bass. Chuck Bass. Ed Westwick, he is wonderful.
It's about this group of friends, and they live on the Upper East Side in New York City.
Yeah.
So it's very like prestigious in that way. They all have a lot of money.
Yeah, their houses, their apartments.
Yeah, they party a lot, I remember.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And yeah, it's just this group of friends going through high school.
Yeah, and then eventually you do find out who Gossip Girl is, so you can keep that in mind as you're watching it.
Yeah,
try and figure it out who it is.
It has that mystery to it because you don't actually know who Gossip Girl is.
Yeah, so Gossip Girl is it's like a website, and all of them get alerts to their phone of their friend group. Like, it's really interesting, but I think that that's probably where they got a lot of elements to Pretty Little Liars from.
I think so too, yeah.
It's a really classic show in that way, and it kind of introduced that, like, oh, every phone is going off, that kind of thing.
So the next show we want to recommend is Army Wives.
Yeah, this is a really heartwarming show.
It's definitely heartwarming. Basically, it is about this community, and they all live, obviously, like, on base with their significant other that is in the army, and it's very, like, close-knit in that way, because it's about the community and, like, all the drama that happens, and there's some good ships on that show, actually.
There really is. My favorite characters on Army Wives are Roxy and Trevor. They're my favorite.
Yeah, I love them.
I love them. It's such a great show in the sense that there's so many great ships and relationships, not even, like romantic relationships. There's really good friendships on the show as well.
You get to see mother and daughter relationships, and you get to see father and son, like every possible combination in a family. You really get to see that relationship and all the drama and all the problems that they go through,
especially with deployment and certain things that happen in the country.
You get to deal.
It's very emotional.
It deals with death. It deals with loss, everything.
It's such a great show. Really, really powerful, but it's a fantastic watch. Next one we want to talk about is Boy Meets World. We grew up watching Boy Meets World. So Boy Meets World is like it's just a classic TV show, and it's actually only like a half-hour long, but it's such a great show. I know that it's on Hulu now, so everybody could go and binge watch Boy Meets World because it's such a classic show, and Corey and Topanga are the best. Like, Corey and Topanga are
If you've seen Girl Meets World and you have not watched Boy Meets World, you definitely need to go watch Boy Meets World.
The same writers and everything. The writing on that show is really, really good.
It's definitely a coming of age because it follows Corey, who is how old is he?
Oh my gosh,
he's like really young.
He's like 12, 13 in like the first season, and then the last season they're like in college.
So in that way you get to literally see them grow up.
So many emotional moments. You get to see all the things that come with growing up. You get to see relationships. You get to see grief. Like, there's just so many things so many elements of that everyone goes through in life that you get to see in this, and it's a really great show. And
it's really funny too.
It is really funny. It is only a half-hour show, so
it's easy to watch.
Yeah.
Go watch it. The next show that we want to recommend is Friends. If you have not seen Friends, then you should definitely go watch Friends. It's another one that's only like 20 minutes long, a half hour. And it's about this group of friends in New York City, and I think they start off, they're in their 20s, I want to say, in the first season. They're maybe in their like mid-20s. So like it's kind of, they're like older, they're not in high school, and they all live in New York City, and they all hang out at this cafe, Central Perk.
It's a lot of fun. And who's your favorite character on Friends? I like Chandler. I love Chandler and Monica, like, together.
Chandler's very relatable.
I love Chandler.
It's like you're either Joey or Chandler. Like, there's no in between.
It's such a fantastic show. Ross and Rachel. I feel like that's a really classic couple, Ross and Rachel. Yeah, it's such a great show. Absolutely have to watch that one. Next show that we want to recommend to you is The Office.
I just got the theme song in my head.
It's a great comedy show. It's another one, but it's so good, The Office. It's literally, it's what it's about. It's The Office. It's about these people who work in an office building together, and it's just really, really funny. And I feel like it's a type of humor that you kind of need to get used to.
It's kind of like dry humor.
It's a little bit dry, but it's so good.
It's really good.
It's really addicting, and I think like the more you watch it, the more you'll really like love it.
Yeah, the funnier it'll get too.
Yeah. Our favorite characters are Jim and Pam. We love Jim and Pam together.
Yeah, I like Michael. Like he's funny.
Really funny.
Yeah, Michael's the main guy. He's the boss of everybody.
Like Stanley.
They all have their own personalities too. Everybody in the office. Like you have the lady who's like crazy about her cat.
Yeah.
You have the receptionist who's kind of like quiet, but she eventually gets with somebody else who's in the office, and that's like a great ship.
That's a really great ship.
Yeah. And then you have Stanley, who's just like the one who's like always like in a bad mood. And then you have Dwight, who's like the nerd who causes a lot of trouble with Jim, who's another person on the show.
Yeah, there's pranks and stuff that they do. Oh my gosh, Dwight's really funny.
Yeah, Dwight's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a great show. Every character on there is so well done, like so well written and so acted. It's a great show.
Next show that we want to recommend is Parks and Recreation. This kind of goes hand in hand with The Office.
It's the same writers.
Yeah, it's the same writers, and it's the same type of show, only this is more like, it's a parks department, so it's not an office setting. It's more like fun in that way. I feel like there's a lot of more episodes where they're not in like the work environment. They're more like in parks and stuff like that. But it's the same kind of like humor. Yeah. Maybe not as dry. But
Chris Pratt's in it. That's where he really got his start. Chris Pratt's in it.
He's definitely one of our, he plays Andy.
Yeah.
And he's hilarious on it.
Ron Swanson's great too. We actually binge watched all of Parks and Recreation before watching The Office, and The Office was written and aired before Parks and Rec, so yeah, we like, it doesn't matter what order you watch them in. They don't like intertwine or anything.
Wonderful.
They're just really great, funny shows to watch. The last show that we have that we want to recommend to you is How I Met Your Mother. This is another really funny show, and it's his dad. He sits his kids down in the first episode of the show, and he tells the story of how he met their mother. And yeah, it's a group of friends, and they all hang out in a bar, and
it's in New York City also.
Really
kind of
funny.
Like Friends in that way.
Neil Patrick Harris is in it, and he's like, Barney's like my favorite. He's so funny.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's hilarious.
It's hilarious. We had issues with the last episode of the show, so like just keep that in mind. Like the last episode is kind of like,
it wasn't ended the best way.
Yeah.
But I would still say to watch it because it's still
really
worth
funny.
It because the other episodes are amazing, the other seasons.
Yeah, and they don't really have anything to do. Well, they do, but like each episode is kind of like a standalone in that way. Like they all stand on their own, like story-wise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, like the ending, it kind of wraps up the other loose ends.
It's Ted's journey.
Exactly.
Throughout his life, pretty much. And yeah, it's a really good show.
Yeah.
So if you enjoyed this video and you're gonna watch any of these shows we recommended, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
Yeah, let us know if we missed any. I feel like we missed a lot.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely missed some that were big, and I feel like we're gonna get really mad at ourselves because we probably missed some really good ones.
So comment some of your favorite completed shows down in the comments, and yeah, I really want to know which ones, if you're gonna go binge watch any of the ones that we recommended to you, because all of them are so fantastic, and they're some of our favorite shows. So yeah, we highly recommend all of them.
Definitely.
You can also let us know on Twitter or on Snapchat. We are at City of the Feels.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Bye.